Hi, welcome to our Flutter development. And this time we're going to create our first ever Flutter application. And assuming that all prerequisites for our environmental setting has been set up properly and straight away from our BS code. Oh, by the way, you're seeing a React code over here, but it's okay. So let me just jump straight away to the palette, Control Shift P, and we're going to select a new Flutter project. Okay, so this would be Flutter new project. Let me make this one big, and new Flutter project. Okay, so we have several options over here. We have some Flutter, a Flutter application, empty application, module, package, and plugin. And basically, we are supposed to run a Flutter app with the descriptive comments and tests, and that is located on the top. So the moment you click this one, a dialog box will going to appear on the center screen, and perhaps you might be thinking, where should I save my first Flutter app? Remember, uh, first time we have run our Dart programming, it was in the console, so it has to be in the bin of a SDK of your Flutter. So basically, if you haven't done the setting up the environmental settings for that, but it would be safe, it would be if it's inside the bin of your Flutter SDK. Perhaps you know already that Flutter comes with the Dart SDK as well, but this time we'll just put it everywhere, anywhere from the document, and just let's create, let's say, Flutter. Okay, my Flutter app, my Flutter apps. Okay, and this is the folder. I'll be selecting this folder to create the project, and of course the VS Code will ask me to write it down, the file name. Suppose Flutter application _1 will do, and just hit enter, and basically you will see that all the dependency files. All you have to do, of course, you should have an internet, because the Flutter will create all the template app, will overwrite if there is some existing file source there, and of course the Dart sources will going to be executed as well, and all this Flutter will going to precisely download it straight from your folder that you have created, right? So Dart has been updated, and it will also update your GIF, and you will see a lot of folder dependencies, and perhaps, of course, we are still working on the Dart programming, and you will find that one in our library, right, which is the main Dart. So this is now the fully constructed running app of our Flutter. Suppose we haven't started yet learning all of those different parts of the Flutter program, particularly on the app. We just wanted to run this one straight away. You might see a device here at the lower right most of your VS Code, 3 devices connected, which is supported. Right. If I click this one, a palette will be open. So meaning to say, you have an option to run your Flutter app on the Chrome browser, which is of course from Google, that is installed on your machine, and similarly also my Edge, which is also from Microsoft. And perhaps you might be using also Windows if you have also some dependencies and required program that runs on the Windows desktop. But perhaps if you have also installed properly installed the Flutter, particularly on the Android, there are some iPhone API, different phone APIs over there that will emulate your Android, and similarly also maybe if you have also some iOS running on your Android. This will fall on the online emulators, but then I might only select an Edge, which is the browser of Microsoft. If I click this one, and you will not yet see running because you have just selected that particular device. It will run straight from the Edge browser, and you will see on the upper right corner you have here a run or debug. Yeah, you can start running or start running without debugging. Yeah, and while it shows the Flutter is launching, and later on, um, your browser will going to be opening in front of your screen, even without changing or modifying the codes on our main Dart, right? Which is this is the typical Flutter demo, right? So there you go. And once that you first see this, okay, there is a message over here. You are now syncing your browser data across all the devices. So literally, you're running a local host, of course. Uh, by default for me, it's coming out from 46416. There you go. This is now your first ever Flutter app run on the device or run straight from my navigator, my Edge browser, right? So of course, perhaps if we selected and properly configured the Android emulator from our Android Studio, definitely you will be seeing the mobile shapes or mobile UI, right? So there you go, and this will start our programming or developing our app by learning all the different parts of our Flutter development app applications. Okay, so bye for now and see you to the next video.